Welcome to the Gamescape, everybody. My name is Jarek, and today we are back in Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 26 of our playthrough. And in our previous episode, a lot of things kind of happened without much happening. We ended up leveling up the party, including our first mythic ranks for each one of our characters. That took a good bit of time. Lots of hemming and hawing there as to what the best choices for each one was. So that ended up taking us a little while. And then we spent some time just exploring the new camp that we're in. So we found the storyteller right away, talked to him for a few minutes, and we gave him the page that we found that had the elven writings on it, which is what he was after. And it turns out that he is going to be leaving the camp in search of more information about why he can't remember his own past and that sort of thing. He's kind of trying to rediscover himself. He also told us the story of how the other elves had left and how he stayed behind, and they were all upset about it because basically he was making the insinuation that their leaving was wrong, I guess, was kind of the big thing. And so he's going to be leaving, but I suspect we're going to end up seeing him again. He did ask us to keep an eye out for more pages with elven writing on them, like the one that we found in the Grey Garrison. And if we find them, that he would be very interested in having them. And so that was fine. We also ran into that little theater troupe that we managed to rescue in the market square. It turns out they have joined the camp and that they're along mostly to wash pans and pots and help out so they can earn a bit of money while they work on their next big production, which is our story. The story of how Valric managed to defeat the demons and defeat the Grey Garrison. And turns out there's going to be a very, very large Cyclops playing the role of Valric, so that'll be interesting. Took some time, walked around the camp, found most of our other companions, and then made our way back to the commander's tent, which is where we are right now. The Queen was in here, along with a couple of other people. She introduced us to an Inquisitor, Leodor Hawkblade, who is going to want our help with some things. He asked us to find him outside once we had a little bit of time, because he had a couple of things for us. She also introduced us to a cleric. The guy's name is Sociel, and also to a female halfling, Nura, and appointed them to be our advisors. So Sociel has already joined the party. He's available as a pick as an adventurer. Nura is an historian, and so she's probably not going to be joining us, or at least she's not available in the party yet. I don't think she'll be coming along, but I don't know, maybe later or something, who knows. But at any rate, they're going to be our advisors for the trip. And then she also called Darren into the tent. Darren had been ready to leave. He was ready to get away from the grubby grime of being a soldier and, sleeping on the road and in tents, and ready to get on with his partying life, when the Queen basically brought him in and appointed him to be our liaison to the crown. And so, not having any real choice in the matter, Darren's plans are canceled, and he will be staying with us as we figured he would be. Queen Galfrey herself, we had a little bit of a private chat with her after everybody else had gone, and we did manage to convince her to stay with us in the army rather than going back to defend the city and prepare that defense. Basically convinced her that her place was in battle. So she has agreed, although she's going to have to make a show of leaving and then come back later disguised as a knight of some small order or whatever, so that nobody really knows that she's here, because that would put a giant target on us. And if the demons found out that she was here in the field with us, they would probably send everything they had at us and overwhelm us. So that's going to be the plan. She agreed to that, and so we are all set. Everybody has left except for Anevia, and that is where we're picking things up. So let's have a chat with Anevia real quick, because we do have the scabbard that we found in the smuggler's den down in the basement of the Grey Garrison. So we need to find out the story with that and get it turned over. Anevia sweeps an inquisitive glance over you. So tell me straight, How'd that brawl at the Grey Garrison end? I heard the rumors, of course. That's kind of my job, to listen. You've no idea what cobblers the Crusaders say about you. Some say that Iomade came to you and appointed you as her herald. Others say that you died, and an honest-to-God's angel is now leading the army disguised as you. Still others say it was just an explosion in an alchemist's lab, and I'm the one spreading the rumors of your power. I wish. But you really have changed since the Grey Garrison. It's hard to describe, but you've become kinda... Anevia waves her hand, trying to find the word. More dangerous? Yeah, exactly. More dangerous. I have a gut instinct about these things. If I didn't, I'd already be dead. You're dangerous, Commander, and by Desna, I hope you'll be dangerous to our enemies and not to us or to yourself. All right, well, I gotta go. No option here to talk about the scabbard. So, all right, watch yourself now. All right, so let's head out. Irabeth had been following us around as we toured the camp. So she has left now, so we might be able to actually talk to her now. So let's see if we can find her out here. I think this was their tent here. Yeah. Oh, there she is right there. Commander, allow me to say something. Irabeth looks even more serious than usual. Before you, this wasn't a war. It was agony, drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but somehow I got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that if anybody found Anevia's body, she might by some miracle have survived. And that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I nearly lost all hope of ever seeing her alive again. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Grey Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned defeat into victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that, she says with a snap of her fingers. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me, you're just more proof of what I felt that day when I saw Anevia alive standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war and, in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we were so desperately need. Without you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. Well, thanks. Hey, listen, found this scabbard with your name on it at the Grey Garrison. Irabeth looks down. This scabbard held the solemn hour, my family's sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Anevia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. Okay, some experience there. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Is Anevia sick? You'll forgive me if I don't go into detail. It's a private matter. Suffice to say, everything is fine now. The treatment was costly, but it was worth it. I can see you truly love her. A delicate blush appears on Irabeth's cheeks. She nods silently. Irabeth lovingly traces the name imprinted on the silver of the scabbard's leather. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however, our humble name might be, it is worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I have the scabbard back. Thank you. All right. Well, hey, listen, we're going to need some reinforcements. Can you get us more soldiers? Irabeth frowns. When we began the march to Dresden, we chose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, they simply won't arrive in time. We could pay mages to deliver the troops to the camp, except I doubt our army's coffers could afford it. If you can spare 7,500 gold coins, I will see to the reinforcements. We can afford this. We have about 18,000. It seems like this is probably a good idea. I think if we build our army up early, that's probably going to do nothing but help us. Let's go ahead and do this. Consider it done, she says. Okay, we lost coins. Yeah, I don't want personal questions. Eagle Watch. No, I'm good to go. Thanks, Anevia. Here's Amber. The Inquisitor is here. Here he is here, I think. I was looking around a little bit between sessions. Leoder Hawkblade. Commander, tall man with piercing yellow-green eyes, gives you a brief nod. Let me personally congratulate you on your new title and thank you for your time in advance. I am Leoder Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomedae, the bringer of light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Count Darren Arende. What brings you here? I ask you to assist the Church of Iomedae in an investigation of the utmost importance. I'll understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I'm calling on you. The Inquisitor's open face instantly reveals his feelings. He frowns and looks through you, lost in his thoughts for a moment. I suppose that you've already heard about Count Arende's story. I refer to the tragedy at Heaven's Edge Estate. Yeah, I heard about it. You're going to investigate this again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the world wound. And yet, on that day, it turned into a labyrinthine house of horrors, like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabras for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead with their heads cut off when we got into the estate. How were they defeated? How did a disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? If the demons had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? You are the only person who can help me, Commander, because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break that seal. He's unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside. And in any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, and myriad loopholes in human lives of the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of those led the demons to the gates of Heaven's Edge, but I do know that it wasn't a simple raid, the kind Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that is why I'm asking for your help. We cannot be sure such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. You've already been there several times. What are you expecting to find now? I was a young and inexperienced Inquisitor when I first visited Heaven's Edge 10 years ago. My skills have improved significantly since then, and I've paid dearly for that. Yoder makes a vague gesture, pointing at his ears. My arsenal includes many spells and techniques dedicated to gathering information about people and events. Almost all of them require me to physically be present in the place where the event in question happened. That is why I must return to Heaven's Edge. Did you question Darren? That would be a silly thing to ask. So you suspect Darren is hiding something? That he's to blame for the tragedy? I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions so that it doesn't affect the investigation. There is a saying amongst my colleagues that suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. I can only tell you that Count Arende wasn't suffering from demonic possession. the most common malaise in our country at the time. Prelate Halrun himself examined the boy right after the tragedy, and he didn't sense anything awry with him. All right, fine. What do you need? Yoder bows his head to you with exceptional reverence. Thank you, Commander. Now I ask you to speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see Heaven's Edge. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require your help during the investigation. You will have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. I will remain here for a while. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go. All right. So here we go. It's already starting up. There's Sociel, our new cleric.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
A young cleric stands before an easel, his brush hovering over the canvas without touching it. Instead of painting, the man absent-mindedly gazes at the sky of Canabras, which is still streaked with towering plumes of black smoke. Finally, he notices you and smiles, shaking off his stupor.
It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
It's a little bit rude, but who are you exactly?
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy.
Well, I assumed by your plate mail armor that you were a fighter, so I guess I wasn't making that connection.
I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
And what are you painting? Cleric's eyes linger mournfully on the canvas. The unfinished painting depicts a temple crowned with a rainbow-tailed bird, the symbol of Shaylin. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple, men and women, young and old. They all gaze back at you with radiant happiness and joy in their serene eyes.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help, and then they saved my life, Commander. If the prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabras, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
Sociel touches the edge of the canvas gently as if patting a friend's soldier in consolation. We've been going good a bit. Let's go a little more chaotic here. This is why you have to treasure every moment you spend with the loved ones you love. Today you're together, but who knows what tomorrow may bring.
You're right. I took their company for granted and never even imagined that they might just disappear in the blink of an eye. So many words left unspoken. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
Okay, you wanted to discuss something, right?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabras behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort.
Well, I think you're putting a little more importance on me than is strictly necessary.
I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
All right, well, we'll see. I'll talk to you later.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Okay. All right, guys. So we have a field medic tent. I don't think we've been in here. Let's take just a quick look inside. Oh, there's Darren right there too. Stout old man with fuzzy gray beard greets you with a deep bow. Well met, Commander. You've caused quite the stir. Everyone thought Canabras was done for, but the gods had other plans. That was quite a blaze over the gray garrison. All the vermin running out of there with their tails between their legs. All right, so this is the guy with the scrolls. I want to take a quick look. I haven't actually looked at this guy yet. He's got 99 scrolls of raised dead. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. 6,000 a piece, though. They are not cheap. Lots of stuff. Let's organize this by type. Here we go. Conman's ring is +5 competence bonus on all perception and trickery skill checks. That'd be nice. It's expensive, though. The red salamander. The wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously. It grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Fireball, Controlled Fireball, Fire Snake, Hellfire Ray, Firestorm, and Fiery Body. To cast a spell, the wearer still needs to have a spell slot for the required level. So basically, it just takes Spontaneous Caster and adds a bunch of spells to their availables. That's really good. It's also very expensive at 35,000. We'll be picking that up at some point, I'm sure. Specialist Belt. Whenever the wearer of this belt uses scroll or potion, it gives +1 to his caster level. That might be okay for like Nenio. Bookworm's headband, +2 enhancement bonus to intelligence score and immunity to all compulsion effects. Also inflicts a -2 penalty to charisma and a -3 to all persuasion skill checks. Lowering charisma, +2 bonus to charisma. Same type usually done stack. Wisdom +2 headband. Cape of Pest Control. DR5 against all swarms. Cloak grants +3 resistance bonus on all saving throws. We have a couple of these, not at +3 yet, but Coin of Protection grants its wearer the ability to grant any ally DR5 with no exceptions for 1 minute once a day. That's interesting. 17,000. We don't have enough for it, but still. Lesser Empower Meta Magic Rod. This rod grants its wielder the ability to make up to 3 spells they cast per day empowered, as though using the Empower spell feat. Lesser rods can be used with spells of 3rd level or lower. Empower spell. All variable numeric effects on an empowered spell are increased by half, including bonuses to those rolls. Saving throws. All opposed rolls are not affected, nor are spells without random variables. Okay. And then there's a bunch of potions here. Plus weapons. Those are useful. Let's grab those. Potions of curing. Why is this one different? I don't know. We have 11 and they're really expensive. They get expensive really fast. All right, so this guy's basically consolidated everything. Well, he's just got a few potions, actually. And then a whole bunch of scrolls. I mean, like a lot of scrolls. Still more scrolls. All right, here's some wands. Enlarged Person, Molten Orb, Ray of Frost, Reduced Person, Shocking Grasp, Wand of Stone Fist, Alchemist Kits. Don't need those. We need some quartz, I think, if he has some. The Glowing Croissant. We'll grab it. Oh, here we go. Rainbow quartz. Let's get a few of these. Those are for, there's a few different scrolls and stuff that need those. Okay, scroll scribers kits all the way up to level 6. Okay, we'll take that. That's fine. Bulk sell. We have a few things that we picked up that we can sell. Phantom mail, I don't think we need. We need to get this ring on somebody too. This I don't know if to hold on to that or not. We don't have any kineticists, and I don't foresee us gaining a kineticist necessarily, but if we did, that would be really nice if we had one. Maybe we'll hold on to it. Midnight Bolt we definitely want to keep. Let's do that so this stuff all stays kind of compacted. First aid kits. All right, so I think that's about it. We're still gonna have to pay a little bit, but it's okay. We're gonna keep the kineticist hat, whatever that is, because extra d6 damage would be super. All right, Kiato. This is the. Let me see. Orthopraxy. It means things should be done right, not slapdash. Oh, here's Fornautumn Haze. This is the elf that we saw in the place. The elf, before you, casually rests his bandaged arm on the weapon at his side. He bows his head with dignity. I congratulate you on your new rank, Commander. My hunt demanded that I travel with your army. Naturally, I wouldn't burden your forces with the need to care for an outsider. I've provided myself with all the necessities. Okay. We'll keep an eye out for your target. But we need to go talk to Darren real quick, and then we need to go do something. Because we've been hanging around this camp for almost more than an episode now. All right, here you are. Yeah, here I am. Hey, listen, would love to see Heaven's Edge and the Rende Estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Darren seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask your permission for leave for the festivities. And I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. I mean, this would be worth asking if it were anybody else, but yes, of course, he's going to do that. Yeah, all right. Perfect. You'll have a ball. I'll make sure of it. Something strange flickers in Darren's smile. Okay. A little more XP there. Yep. Okay. Gotta go. All right. We do need to rest because we are still down resources and we have some wisdom damage that we need to shed ourselves of. So we're going to go ahead and rest. Commander's chest. I will have a couple of things I want to throw in here. First of all, this, not that. Well, maybe that too. That for sure. This we don't need to keep around until we're going to actually use it. I don't need to carry, that could probably just be sold, to be honest, at this point. If I needed to change a weapon, I could just change Phineas into a hammer and it would be fine. Although, well, yeah, I don't know. At any rate, I think that was mostly what we wanted to throw in there. Oh, some of this stuff could probably go to. This we're going to not. Basila's orders. This is all just kind of junk at this point. Yeah, keep that. Don't need that really at this point, I don't think. Maybe. Maybe we keep that one. What is this? Severed heads. Decapitated head. Severing of the neck is unnaturally clean and likely was performed using magic. You have no idea how these terrifying remains ended up amongst your belongings. Okay. I mean, that's a thing. Okay. 20 pounds extra that we're carrying around. All right, let's rest. Oh, wait, before we rest, one more thing. We just got that new recipe. Let's see that we learn it here real quick. All right. Now we'll rest. And what is the croissant give us? Because seasoned wings, well, let's just do this. Seasoned wings and thighs gives us an extra temporary hit point. Glowing croissant fully restores our hit points. Well, that's a thing. What does this take? Milk, flour, flame tongue, and purifying solution. Well, yeah, we want to make one of those. Difficulty class 22, though. We're only at +7. Not likely to make that one. Is somebody else better at this than we are? No, not really. Okay. Well, we'll give it a try. And then we want actually probably Ninio to be making scrolls. What can she make us? Banish, maybe. Mage armor, grease wouldn't be the worst. Large person, maybe. Glitter dust would be nice. Yeah, this is one that needed the rainbow quartz. Mirror image, haste. Haste wouldn't be bad. Displacement's really good too. Let's do displacement. She doesn't need the help. But you know what? She can just have somebody help her anyway. Because we're not doing anything else, right?
People excel at forgetting their own. Forgetting people like us under the ground. Or you freezing outside their window.
It's not their fault. Who can think of another's pain when they're hurting and afraid all the time?
Okay. We did not make the glowing croissant, but we did get the scroll. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I might have forgotten to get spells arranged before I did that. He's not coming with us, but he should probably have his spells in order anyway. He's mostly running restorations here with protection from evil communal. And what's another good one for him? Let's see. Community protection from alignment communal. That's a good one. And level 3, Archon's aura. Creature fails makes -2 penalty attack rolls. And armor class for the duration of the spell. That seems okay. Prayer's good. Oh, he's got a bunch of those. He's already full on those spells. That's fine. All right. Darren, he doesn't memorize spells. She's all set. Oh, I did get her. I did get everybody set up, didn't I? I think I did set everybody up. Just about. Memorize spells. Let's have another Let's have another... Oh, resist energy communal. That might be decent. That's fine. All right. And we're not going to get it this time, obviously, but if I don't do this now, I will forget. Okay, he's all set. She's just a spontaneous caster, so she's all good. Ninio is all set. Okay, so pretty close to everybody was all set. We missed like 2 spell slots. It's okay. All right, and we are out of here. Okay, party is going to stay with what it has been. We're still rolling with a little bit of wisdom damage, and so is Ember. Okay, so... Oh, it's right here. Path to this location is unknown. All right, so we have to travel. There's the Houndheart's campsite too. Okay, let's grab Social real quick. And let's do that cemetery thing. We can trade out... Boy, it's this tough choice of who we're going to trade out. Let's trade out Ember for just a minute. Okay, here we go. Heading in. Okay, here we are in the cemetery. An elderly man limps toward a grave and clumsily throws a handful of soil inside. How unfair. They were all so young. They had their whole lives ahead of them. They sacrificed themselves, and an old cripple like me still lives, he says. An elven woman, with her face bathed in tears, steps up to the grave. She whispers, "The painting, it burned like everything else in the house. There's nothing left for me to remember you. Nothing." A young man throws a handful of soil into the open grave and stands beside it for a while, lost in thought. Finally, he sighs and steps back. Social throws a handful of soil into the grave in front of him. He takes a breath and prepares to speak, but it seems that he simply cannot find the right words. The cleric wipes his tear-filled eyes, gathers his resolve, and says in a gentle voice, "I wish you a warm welcome in Shaylin's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We'll banish this ugliness and evil, make the world richer, and let peace blossom in it. We'll make sure anything like this... He breaks into sobs mid-sentence, then falls silent without finishing the declaration. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to thank you for everything you've done for us. Social is too absorbed in his grief to hear you, but the other mourners nod in approval, wiping teary eyes. They were good people. I can't believe they're gone. What is that? An elven woman shrieks in horror, disrupting the atmosphere of silent mourning. Her trembling hand points at something moving inside the grave. Suddenly, a corpse climbs out of the ground, wafting a terrible stench from its rotting body. It's a zombie! Run! Well, that's a lot. I mean, they are just zombies, but still. A zombie lord. 2 zombie lords and a zombie. Back here we got 2 more zombie lords. 3 more zombie lords. Well, what do we know about zombie lords? Level 2 undead, level 2 fighters, neutral evil. Speed's 30, initiative 7, AC 16, which isn't very much. Immune to everything in basically everything under the sun as far as status effects. Immune to negative energy. That's something. Oh, no, it would be. That's right. That's right. Nauseated, fatigue, and sickened.
Cover me, all right?
Let's see what else. Fighting with masterwork scimitars. They are undead, obviously. Got some abilities that they could be using here against us, so this will be interesting. All right, Woljif, you're up first. You are not what I wanted. That was a misclick, by the way, if anybody missed that. Okay. Well, one thing about it is everybody seems to be going after him. I'm not going to send Valric after the little lone zombie. He's not worth just Valric's time. Let's kill this guy here if we can. Yep. Good hit. Sela. We'll let the animals deal with him. Sela, you come up here, deal with this guy maybe.
Into the fray.
Okay, reduce damage. Ooh. Okay, Camellia, let's get some luck going on Woljif here. And let's have a chant. Trip. Get the zombie. Okay, land. See if you can ease a little pressure off of Woljif here. Okay. Another zombie lord. 2 more zombie lords. Ooh. What a hit. Okay. Social. What are you using? What's your... Okay, you've got a glaive. I'm sure we can do better than that. You have a heavy crossbow. You've got scale mail. It's not what your picture shows. We're going to have to get you properly equipped. We still have these severed heads. I'll have to drop those too. Well, you can't change in the middle of combat, I guess, so it doesn't matter what you're using. Go ahead and work on this guy here, maybe. What's your spells, though, look like? No? Prayer. +1 luck bonus on attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saves, and skill checks. Each of your foes takes a -1 penalty. I like it. Let's do that. Okay, Woljif. Let's try this again. Oh, for heaven's sake. That spell is always like his default. Why is that? Okay. Valric, cleave. Got them both. Didn't kill either one of them, but he got them both. Okay. Sela.
No glory without risk.
Okay, Camellia. Let's chant. And you're going to do... luck on Valric, I guess. Okay, trip. See if you can knock this guy down, maybe. Actually, you should... yeah, Yeah, see if you can knock him down. Nicely done. Okay, good hit there. Land on the zombie lord. Anything interesting here? Bark skin, cat's grace, sense vitals. Probably don't have any vitals. Yeah, let's just work on him.
Survive me.
Oh. Okay. Social. Let's get over here.
Be gone, fiend!
Nice. Okay, Woljif, hey, how about maybe we use your knives this time, you think?
Distract them from me.
See how much better that works than, you know, casting a spell that isn't going to affect him? Okay, Sela.
The light take you.
Okay, Camellia, let's do a chant. Oh, is Woljif out of the... He is out of the range. Well, it doesn't matter. We're about done here. Go ahead and get over here and give a hand.
Cut you wide open.
Of course you missed. Okay, trip. That'll do. Okay, land.
Endure this!
Missed a pair of sixes. Okay. Social. With a heavy heart, Social looks at the corpses of his friends, returned to rest by his own hand. What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what is this? He bends down and recovers something from the ground. Take a look at this. Social hands off a black onyx gem to you. Once precious, this stone is now covered in cracks, falling apart in your grip as you examine the engraved Minotaur's head. The unholy symbol of Baphomet. The cleric's voice, perplexed at first, fills with rage as he speaks. Cultists. Simply murdering my friends was not enough for them. No, they had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. Looks like some of the townspeople were only feigning their grief. These demon worshippers are everywhere. Now I understand why the Inquisitors of Canabras became so paranoid. Wait, the townsfolk people fled the undead without knowing they have a traitor among them. Wherever they are, they're in great danger. We have to find them. Okay. Loot first. Because, yeah, lots of valuable swords here. And also... Social needs to be properly equipped.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
The spirits demand your blood.
Okay, I need you to stop. There we go. Good boy. Fetch. All right. Okay, let's get Social equipped here. He gets a mythic path. I don't know right now what that's going to be. This might be better than what he's already got. He's currently at 5 with 3 dex. He doesn't get a dex bonus. This gives him 4 base. He can't wear half plate despite his picture. Wow, we really just don't have much for him, do we? Or he can't use any of these weapons except for the sickle. Can he use a shield? We have shields. We can get a shield. He he can use a shield. Let's do this. Let's give him that and the sickle. And let's set that as his current weapon. So this sickle, remind ourselves, it's a +1 sickle. When it lands a hit on an enemy, the target must pass a reflex saving throw or become staggered for 1 round. So that's not terrible. All right. Well, let's go this way, because... Okay, Aura. And Social.
Fall!
Okay, Camellia.
You are today's
No.
sacrifice.
Sela.
Into the fray.
Trip. Well, at least he's down. Woljif, can you actually knife him?
Time to share your treasures.
Okay, save that citizen. Okay, he'll take the sword. Anything else over here? Nothing. Okay. Another one back here, a few more back here.
They will break against our resolve.
Okay, Woljif.
Cover me, all right?
Okay, Camellia. See if you can... Let's have a little battle spirit here for this first turn. And you might as well enchant your weapon as well. Sela.
The light take you.
Okay. Oh. Okay, Lan. This guy could end up...
Make every strike count.
Okay, missed him. Trip, knock him down. Oh, shoot. Didn't mean for Trip to take the hit. Okay, Valric, you're going to do a cleave. I think we're okay. Okay, good hits. Oh, that didn't work out for him. Okay, Social.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Well, they're just coming out of the woodwork, aren't they? Okay, we'll just stab this dude in the back.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Oh, he's still up. Okay, Camellia. Why don't you take... the flaming sword.
Go for their hearts.
Okay. Sela?
No glory without risk.
Lan. Finish this guy.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
Okay, good. Trip. Could finish this guy. Or you could miss a 4. Okay. Aura. There we go. Okay. Valric, can you cleave both of these guys? Nice. Wait, looks like they're waiting for us. Huh. Fun times. There's a whole squad of undead guarding the door. Maybe we should look for another entrance. All right, well, let's back up here and let's get sorted and let's get some healing done here. Looting graves, I think we'll pass on that. All right.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
You're a cleric and you've got no healing spells.
You can trust me.
Okay. Pretty good. Let's give one to Trip. Pretty good. Okay, well, that's everybody healed up. Okay, Camellia, can you get him?
I'll cut you wide open.
Distract them from me.
Into the fray!
You just sit tight. Land.
You won't survive me.
Nice. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Another way in. Can't get over here, can we? Maybe we can come through this gate. No? I don't know. Unless this is something we can utilize here. I mean, there's nothing over here. Oh, there is something over here. Okay. How the horse and the dog got up the ladder, I'm not entirely sure, but it's okay. That is okay. Okay, Camellia, if you can open that for us.
I am helpful, am I not?
I'll just take it all. Okay, let's have another ladder climb here. Game auto saved. Who are you? What do you want? All you have to do is die in the name of Baphomet. Have faith. You can do it. Don't you dare. Get away from them. Seriously? Where did that come from? This is the end of your blasphemous magic. I won't let you harm the living or the dead anymore. Do you think I need your permission? Hey, you, bone bags, stand up and kill.
Yet another obstacle.
Okay. Skeletal champion archer. Right. Level 3 fighter, level 2 undead. Neutral evil undead. Damage reduction 5 except against bludgeoning. Immunities, all the things. Okay. Well, Woljeff, why don't you get on the
Time to share your
necromancer?
treasures.
Land, finish him.
Endure this!
Okay, zombie lord. Camellia? I think they're okay over there for the moment.
The spirits demand your blood.
Okay, Sela, you're gonna have to hit this guy too, I guess.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Why is she getting reduced damage? He has damage reduction 5 except for slashing. What are you using? Oh, she's got that mace. That's right. Okay. Well, you're not going to reduce this one. Social.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Trip. Get up on him. Woljeff.
Cover me, all right?
Make every strike count.
Ooh. Missed an 8. Get your attacks in. Sela. Same thing. See if you can get up here into striking range. Missed.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
All right. That'll do. I surrender. Stop. I give up. Don't hit me. The young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. You damned rat. How dare you? Suddenly, Social becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench into fists while his voice comes out as a menacing roar. He leaps at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag! I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you. We shared our table with you and took you in. Then you... I don't even know what I'm going to do to you. Stop it. I surrender. Social ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. The necromancer spits blood but continues, fighting past the wild blows of the increasingly bruised and busted face. You're a priest of Shaylin. I surrendered. You have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. I mean, we're neither of these things, although I'm kind of inclined to agree. So do you two know each other? Obviously they do. We do. That's Nardi, a tailor's apprentice from Canabras. We healed him after he was mauled by a dog. Then he became a frequent visitor to our temple. He listened attentively to our sermons, studied the goddess's teachings, and praised our art. Social grits his teeth. Were you lying to our faces the whole time? When we took you in? When you sat at our table? When we broke bread with you? Were you planning to stab us in the back then? The whole time, the necromancer says. Now you understand part of it. Let's dig into the rest. The cultist curves his bloodied lips into an evil sneer. I was hoping to lure you to our side. It wouldn't have been hard. We're everywhere, even inside you. I think you know it too. You're not like all the other pious devotees. You've pretended to be, and maybe you fooled yourself, but we both see who you really are. You have that same demonic rage inside you. It's a pity I never had time to kindle it into a devouring flame, but sometimes you have to resort to a backup plan. Having you die at the hands of your dead friends was such a good idea. It's a pity it didn't work. Shut up! Social swings his fist but stops it in midair. His clenched fist trembles as he stares at the cultist with an expression of pure hatred. You want to kill me right now, don't you? But you can't. You're a good boy, Social, so loyal to your goddess. You'll have to let me go or commit a sin, so I win either way. Witness the genius of our Lord Baphomet. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Is he telling the truth? Yes, the Eternal Rose is known for her grace. She teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It's one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but captive, you must try to save their soul, to show them the beauty of the world, to persuade them to abandon the path of evil. It's difficult, but the world is better for it. I'm just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, Social, try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shaylin for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. The cultist smirks impudently. I'd really like to just get on with killing this guy myself, to be honest. Yes, it is, actually. Do you even really believe he even deserves something like this? I don't know. May Shaylin forgive me, but I have never had to struggle with this burden before. He looks at the cultist with visible disgust. I had no time to try healing the souls of villains. I was always preoccupied with healing the bodies of those hurt by them. The cleric looks up at the sky. Forgive me, Eternal Rose. You teach us to be merciful to our enemies and love them, but I am too weak, I'm afraid. Grant me absolution from this sin, for this kind of love is beyond me. Yes it is. Worth it. All right, fine. We'll stop him. Socia looks at the battered necromancer's face, then at the bloodied hands in disgust. He slowly lowers his and unclenches his fists. Thank you for stopping me. I almost broke my vows because of this. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace, but I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. Should have never happened. Social wipes the necromancer's blood off his knuckles and steps away from him. You are the commander and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. I surrender. Here, take everything I've got. Just don't kill me. The cultist turns out his pockets. Yeah, no. To imprison him? We're not lawful. We're chaotic. This would be the lawful thing to do, probably. Yeah, you know what? Necromancer's begging. No, please, listen. You silenced the Necromancer forever with a single well-aimed blow. Social bows his head. May the goddess forgive him, for I will not. He looks at you. Thank you for taking this sin upon yourself. Yeah. You know what? Not really feeling it too much, Social. I'm not going to lie. Social examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. It's all right. You're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. The townsfolk are clearly terrified of even looking at the fallen undead, but Social's soft words reassure them. As they work together, the graveyard soon regains its tranquil appearance. After a prayer, Social bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from horrors of this war. All right, guys, that is the end of that little bit. And I think that also is going to be the end of this episode because we're over time here, a little longer than I wanted to go, but I didn't want to stop in the middle of this. So if you've enjoyed this episode, do me a big favor, hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.